So I just want to speak on a little bit about spirituality. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the big questions, like was Jesus real? If some people say Jesus wasn't real, all of this stuff, right? And then you got the story being copied from Kemetic spirituality, the story of Hebrews, still Horus, a lot. First off, we know first we all been lied to. So when it comes to the conscious community, shitting on people about them not knowing about other people not knowing their history, like duh, like we all been lied to. We're all trying to figure out the truth. There's a huge cloud of cognitive dissonance that's over our people. So it's like people want to know, who are you? You know, niggas don't know who they is. They got cut off. And a lot of times, we try to learn our history and stuff like that, but we don't know what's true and what's not. So you can't fault people for really like not knowing if they want to know. There's some people that desire to know. And then there's some people that know and won't tell. And then there's some people that want you to figure it out that already know. It's all type of shit. The reason is because people want to be more powerful than others. People desire to have a one up on you just because you don't know. They literally profit off of you not knowing who you are. That's literally what happens. So to look down upon the next person because they don't know who they are allegedly is, to me, very immature. It's very spiritually immature, because maturity is actually just breaking down everything without sounding like a nut job. Um, so I'm gonna get into this, but basically, I did my own personal research. You know what I'm saying? I was somebody who I used to be a hard Christian. I just stopped being Christian because I only believed in God because of all the lies, and Jesus was a ship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they do not tell you that there are accounts outside of the Bible that basically records Christ being on earth. And because of those facts, it made me look at Jesus different. Now, people can say he never existed, but what we have to understand is that Jesus probably wasn't white. But then again, he might have been white. Just let me explain that. Because you got to remember, Egypt was taken over by the Romans. The Alexander the Great, when I spoke about you niggas is not Greek on my previous video, Alexander the Great and all of them were, I guess, of a white descent. So now you have a Jesus figure walking around in Rome, you know what I'm saying? And the Catholic, or not Catholic soldiers, the Roman soldiers are talking shit about him and his followers, you know what I'm saying? This is just a thought process. This might not necessarily be true. The Bible talks about him having bronze skin and hair like wool. Could it be an albino posing as white? Who knows? We wasn't there. At the end of the day, we wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? These are questions that need to be asked. These are assumptions that need to be brought out to figure out the hard questions and give out the right answers. So, because you are in Rome and you have a Christ figure, I would assume that he might have did look white. Now, I believe he's black, of course, and I feel like everything's been twisted. You got Constantine, and you got the Council of Nicaea. Like, I know a lot of this shit, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, just because Kemet came first, you got to think about manifestations as well. We learn about manifestations and manifesting it. So now, even if Christianity was a, let's just say Christianity was a lie. Let's say Jesus was a lie, just a complete lie. But people believe in Jesus. Everybody, as a collective, believes in Jesus. They believe, they believe, they believe. And then what is the law of manifestation? What happens? He comes to life because everybody believes in him. And it might not be exactly how the Bible states, but there are going to be things that are going to come to pass based off of what the conscious collective believe, because we are conscious beings. So if we go back to our roots, we understand how consciousness works and how manifestation works. So when we believe something false, it could very well come to life. And on the lamest terms, let's say Santa Claus. Let's just say we, as a conscious collective, believe in Santa Claus, right? And he's false. Everybody knows he's false. But guess what they do every year? Now you can go out to your local mall or your local place where they sell clothes and give away clothes, Salvation Army, and you will see a Santa Claus. You will have people dressing up like Santa Claus. You will have people that are doing things for kids as if they are Santa Claus. So does that now make Santa Claus real, or is he still fake? Because on every Christmas, I see fucking Santa Claus. I'm just opening up your mind to the manifestations of the conscious collective and how it really can work. But we got to wake up out of our spells, because at the end of the day, we just want to go back to what's real, what's true, and everything like that. You know, as a man thinketh, so is he. So it's just like, how are we not paying attention to the things that's happening in real life, even though we might not believe it, but at the same time, it comes true. So, like I said, when back to ancient Kemet, you know, one thing about it is having these messiahs. Messiahs come every age. If you bring a people together and everybody starting to do dumb shit, you're going to have somebody who's going to stand up and be able to be like, I'm not with this shit. Let's do it like this. What do you call those people? The black sheep. These are the messiahs. These are the saviors. These are the people who got sense. These are your geniuses. These are your leaders. So these are the same things that happen over and over again. They just put different titles on it. You know, and I believe it's from God to get the people to steer in the right direction, because people get so thrown off into their beliefs that it seems like everybody believes this shit. So then it takes a person to arise, set a standard, and then people wake the fuck up or people stay asleep. They separate, because you want to go with the most intelligent thing and not the dumb thing that's running everybody off the cliff. Because there is a lot of things, and the Bible talks about there are ways of a man that he think is right, but it leads unto destruction. You know what I'm saying? So these are what's going on today. There's things that are happening today in modern society that we think is right, but is going to lead the population into destruction. That's just what happens. And so you have people that stand up, and they're always outnumbered because people love to follow the crowd. So with that being said, I just want us to think, use our consciousness, and actually Ask certain questions. Ask the hard questions, because that's all I'm doing. I'm not really dropping any type of true knowledge that you didn't know. I'm more so just opening up your mind to discuss what could be and what could be not. Because that is the question, to be or not to be.